It's kind of hard today, guys. Can't even do an intro. Um, I keep trying to make the best with what I got. Um, if I can contextualize things, just try to make it make more sense. I think a lot of people live their lives in a way that's just I don't. I just don't live that way. Um, I just seem very different. I just seem very different than people, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. You call it autism or something. And I mean, like, truthfully, for labels, conditions, that's probably what it is. But it's just this format where I see things in a certain way, and then when I point out the inconsistencies in how people are living or seeing or what they're saying, and then their actions, it always seems to make me a bad guy. And then I'm the one who's told that I need to change. And so, and this is pretty constant. Um, that's fine, if it's just other people. But when that are just random randos, I guess. But it's different when these people are authority figures, and they are responsible for this is the premise where it's just like I know how society is supposed to function. Like that's it's just I know, and I think that people just don't. That's almost what I think it is. Do you know who authority is? People that we want to be like. That's what authority is. Authority are people that have gotten a certain level of mastery, and then they're teachers. They become teachers. They become leaders naturally. They don't need to be voted. They don't need to be elected. Just they rise to the power, and nobody needs to vote them in because they all want. Like most of the time, leadership's a crappy position. People rise to the occasion to become a leader. They don't seek it out. Like the consensus is reached through behavior, like not through a manipulation of information or intellectual coercion, but it is through living in a situation. Like presence has a lot to do with things, and what I see in the world is that people who are authority are impoverished. Like they are poor of spirit. Like these individuals, a lot of the individuals who are being espoused as authority figures, whether they're celebrities, whether they're politicians, anybody at this point, but a lot, if not every single one of the authority figures that were presented are not real authority by my book. It's like they're wearing. It's like the emperor's new clothes, It's just like they're naked, and it's just obvious that they shouldn't be in these positions, like, to me. And so this is why it puts me in a weird position. It has taken me a long time to get to the bottom of this kind of situation of what's going on, because I questioned things for a long time. I went through the public educational system, for what it's worth. Got the indoctrination for what United States is, what it's supposed to be. And what I get is that deep down, people believe in the idea of this Constitution, of this collective agreement. And one of the reasons that I'm kind of upset is sorry, there's a distraction. I'm trying not to look. One of the... I lost my train of thought now, right? That's what distractions do. I just found out something where I won't get into too many details. This is part of the situation, but it's kind of the Constitution's just a piece of paper, and I mean that respectfully. If the principles or the agreements, more than anything, especially the Bill of Rights, first 10 agreements, which is what they are. They're an agreement. So what I'm saying, like this is the premise, okay? It's just a piece of paper. It takes someone to follow that agreement and to honor that agreement in order for it to be viable. So if I hold the Constitution right here, right, the 10 guaranteed rights that you have, these will not be questioned, all right? I won't even try. Right to travel, right? All like freedom of speech, all of these, like that's what I'm saying. The first 10 amendments, all right, and it's not being enforced. It's not being shared, and the people who end up using it, what I mean especially is the people who claim authority and claim to be an authority for this collective agreement, they aren't honoring the collective agreement. And so this is the insanity that I feel, and why I don't understand how people are just like okay with it. I guess that's what it is. It's just people are just okay with it. And it's taken me a while. I understand now. It's taken me a lot. It's taken me a lot to get to this point of understanding. And it's why I've talked about it in a few of my videos before, but it's really it's addiction, guys. Like hardcore, no bones about it. It's addiction, and it is a very hardcore addiction. All right, like this is it is collective, and it is extremely dangerous, I guess. And becoming aware of it makes the situation dicey. And so even just watching this video, listening to it, I don't have a large following or anything, so I'm not too worried about that. But this is information you want to be careful with. All right, and so if you're seeing this video, you're meant to. Like, seriously, if nobody sees this video, I get it. I totally get it. But it's the addiction to like obedience is what it is, guys. It's this addiction to obedience. The reason that so much of these crazy things that are happening in the background are able to happen in the first place is because we are agreeing to it. Like consent is such a big thing, and this is why they telegraph what they're gonna do, and then people consent to it. All right, and then even if you're like, I hate this, but then you're shoveling, like if they're handing you food, right? Let's say the food's laced with something, right? And you know it. You're like, I don't want to eat that. They're like, you have to. Here you go. Time to eat. You have to do it. You're like, I don't want to. I know. I refuse to eat. Uh-oh. Do you see the situation there? Doesn't matter how much you complain. Doesn't matter, if you're saying that you're rejecting it, what are you doing? Are you obeying? Because if you're obeying, you're fueling your addiction, man. And the reason that I can speak with authority about this is because that's me. All right, like I'm not talking about even anything which is outside of me at this point. All right, like this is why, and this is why I think I experience a lot of backlash, is because I've been wanting other people to join me. This is kind of what it is, where it's just like I'm quitting the addiction of obedience, you guys, and I keep trying to find people who are willing to quit, but I'm starting to realize, even just talking about this right now, that I can't do that. You know, it's just like, imagine, you know, a bunch of alcoholics, right? A bunch of drinking buddies, and then one of them is done. You know, one of them has gotten to hit rock bottom, and his buddies, they're still drinking. All right, if that guy who's done, who's reached rock bottom, wants his buddies to quit, or is looking for someone to quit with him, it is good luck, man. Good luck. This was been my experience. It's just, I have went multiple different avenues trying to quit addictions, with trying to get support from other people who want and this is what I mean. They say they want the same thing, but do they? It's the same thing that I was talking about with the food. People say a lot, guys. People say a lot of different things, but then their actions, do they line up with their words? You know, and I'm a human being. You know, my purpose, my aim is to be as accurate as possible. Now, I got my errors and everything, and sometimes, you know, I'm the same. So it's not like it's not about perfection per se, but it's about that aim. It's about being able to be held under scrutiny, and if people bring up inconsistencies in someone's actions and words, then, you know, I can deal with that. I can absolutely deal with that, and that's the premise, though, too, is that if you can deal with that, then you're in a good position. I feel like you're in a good position then. But back to the line, guys. Like, the reason that obedience is so deadly and poisonous, guys, like, this is what, like, seriously, like, even talking about this stuff, it's dangerous, and I just might make this my thing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do, guys. It's dicey. It's super fucking dicey for me right now. Like, it's gotten to a point where I don't even know if I want to be around technology. You know, I enjoy my phone. I like it. I like technology. Technology's not bad. Like, I won't badmouth technology. What I do see is that a lot of the technology is being used by these, I'm gonna call it like I see it, false authority. These false authority are employing these technologies to get you to obey. And it's the same for me, same for us all. Like, that's why. Like, if anything, I like, AI is cool. AI is super freaking cool. What's not cool about AI is it being employed and used by these false authority figures. And I'll leave that for another video. I'll talk about that one later. Maybe we'll just keep this one short. I always say that, don't I? And then it ends up going 20, 30 minutes. But I just, oh God, guys, it's just hitting me. Stuff about oh man, it just hit me. It's all related to me, to everything just kind of coming to a head. You know, I thought that I could half-ass it, I guess was the best way to put it. I thought that I could, you know, have a little bit of addictions or obedience. And then, you know, because so much of it, I want to fit in, you guys. It seems like it's easier if I fit in. To a large degree, it can be. I mean, since 2022, so I started being homeless at about 2022. And then for about a year, it was an interesting experience, but for about a year I was able to rent privately through an individual, so I didn't need a leasing agreement or anything, and that's what I want. Like, there's so much about this stuff, guys. Leasing agreements, like, oh God, I know I'm just opening up the can of worms here, but one, like, two words but strung together into one word: BlackRock. All right, if that doesn't mean anything to you, okay, but just it has to do with the housing situation. All right, rental markets and everything's artificial. Places aren't selling, and so they raise the price. I mean, people becoming homeless, what do? How is it more affordable? No. And it's artificial. All of this is artificially created, you guys. Like, Like this is just ah. Like this is what I go through on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis, unless I'm inundating myself with some kind of drug or pleasure or like stimulus. Like it's just apparent to me. It's just in my face, guys. And I think that's why a lot of people turn to these drugs and turn to stuff. It's because it's all in our fucking face. You know, it's kind of scary, but it's just like, I feel done, guys. I feel done. Stick a fork in me. Like I've been through some fucking serious shit, and I maybe I make light of stuff sometimes, but you know, one of the great things which plagues me sometimes, man, it just plagues me, and it's why I went back to my addiction so much, is because it's the, you know, I'm gonna be polite for YouTube, I guess, but it's, you know, the KYS feelings, if you understand what I mean. KYS, all right? If anyone's ever told you KYS, you know, that's one of the worst things you can tell somebody, all right? We'll just put it at that. I'm trying to find a way that I can talk about this stuff, because it's important. It's important. We're all facing this, you guys. Like this is my premise for my channel, for anything. Let's talk. All right, doesn't, like, sure, you know, in person, but let's start getting information and awareness out here so we can start finding each other and having our tribe. You know, shit. I'm just freaking. I'm tired of being alone, and I'll be alone as long as I have to be at this point. But I'm tired of being alone. But I can only be with people who are ready to be with me, you know? And it's the situation that I spoke to before. Just like, if I've quit drinking, if I go to a house and there's lots of drinking in there, we don't fit. It's not a good fit for anybody. You know, the people who are drinking are constantly reminded of the choice that they're not, of what they're doing, which makes them hella uncomfortable. Because it's like, it is what it is, guys. It is literally, it is what it is. It's people who know what they're doing is wrong, but they don't want to see it, because the more they see that it's wrong, the less that they're able to do it. And so you just, you know, you lie to yourself, you shield it. It's okay. You make caveats. It's for celebration. It's this time. I had a long day. You know, I'm doing my best. I deserve a reward. You know, whatever it is, all of those, and none of those are necessarily untruthful either. That's the knife, guys. It's the knife that gets twisted. I'm just feeling it, in it. I'd say I'm in it to win it, but I don't win or lose. It's just survive right now. It's just survive. People, I know the spiritual circles too, they're not. It's all about thriving. Like, I get that, you know, on an energetic level, I get that, but I think in order to truly thrive, you gotta survive. If you can't get to thriving unless you survive, and that's a key factor, I think, that we're in right now. We've been able to thrive in a very big way because we are being propped up by the state, guys. We're being propped up by the efforts and the labor of past generations at this point. Like, when I look at trade skills, when I look at people, we don't necessarily seem more competent. Like, which is the irony and the agony. Like, what I'm almost seeing is that there's less expertise, there's less craftsmanship than there used to be. And the things which are, you know, we were sold that machine-made things are better, but it's just like, are they? Sometimes. And then even then, it depends. Is there a consciousness running that thing that cares about quality in the first place? Like so much of these things and these products and services, it's like, this is why I come back to this. It's not about technology per se. Technology is just a medium. And I go back and forth with it. Because if these false authority figures, if they have their fingers in all of the technology, what are my choices? What are any of our choices? Than just using the technology as an act of compliance. And that's the harsh truth, guys. That's why I don't know how long I can keep making videos. You know, I'm gonna keep trying. And I'm gonna pray, meditate, shit. But it's like I just don't know what to do, guys. Like it's this issue, and it's why I became homeless in the first place. It's because what do I do? If the entire system thrives on our compliance and we don't comply, what happens? I'll tell you what happens. The system will first ignore you, and then, well, let's just say I've been through some tough spots. And if I wouldn't have submitted in those situations, I'd be dead. I'd be dead. And this is from so-called authority figures, too. And it's one of those things, too, where it's just like, I'll talk about it in another video. I'm going on pretty late now. Yeah, closing thoughts, right? Just thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here. It's really for myself at this point. No commenters, got a few subscribers, and so I'm doing it for you guys too. But like I said, it's I guess I'm making this for me, these videos, historical documentation. When the AI taking over, acting like, now why did humans act the way that they did? I'm just one of the many. Okay, no, I'm getting off there. All right, I'm getting off there. That's just nothing. That's nothing burger. But just my prayers are with you guys, and I hope your prayers are with me. Let's keep surviving. All right. I know that word has been poo-poo recently for thriving, but let's survive, guys. When good faces evil, all right, how does good win? Good survives. Now, peace out, love within. Catch you guys on the flip side.